passion and convenience. Visit them at ThriveWellInfusion.com, saving lives drip by drip. Next reports at 9/11. Susan Browning, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
9 hours after the start of the NJT strike, we are hearing from the higher-ups at the Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers and Trainmen.
So obviously commuters want to know, when are the two sides going to get back to the bargaining table?
Right now, there is no meeting set up until the NMB, National Mediation Board, is looking to try to get us all together here this coming Sunday.
So as far as you know, nothing now till Sunday?
Nothing till Sunday, but we're willing to talk. All they got to do is try to get a hold of us.
That's Jim Lewis, the National Vice President of the Locomotive Engineers Union. He tells me he thought they had a deal.
We were surprised also that New Jersey Transit, we still had a couple hours to talk when they got up and left.
But for now, no deal. Glenn Schuck, 1010 wins, 92.3 FM. Here at the picket line in Newark.
Well, with 350,000 commuters looking for a plan B to get where you need to be, for many, that B means trying to hop a bus. In fact, that's the scene at Secaucus Junction.
When the strike went into effect, riders like John got stuck at Newark Penn Station.
Being that they're not working anymore, I have to take the home path.
This morning, Linda had to change her routine.
I would normally be getting on the train and then I'd get into the office by 7:15.
And most riders here are winging it, just like her.
I have to take this now to Journal Square, transfer to another train, and then it's going to get me at, I guess, I don't know where.
Now, the train tows nearly 350,000 riders every day. When they'll be up again is a big question mark. For now, the agency says you should work from home if you can. If not, additional bus services will be available to you.
All right. Hello, Alfredo.
Amanda Alexander, 1010 wins on 90.
Hello, my friend. I decided to come on and do a little,
Governor Murphy and the
do a quick stream today.
This morning, 1010 wins will carry that live. As concert goers figure out how they're going to get to the Shakira show at MetLife.
Took out Kitos too to get some, just to get out a little bit. Come on, Kitos. Come here.
Tough decision to make tonight. Basketball semifinals or a Subway Series. Our Glenn Schuck was talking to folks about their options.
So we got a lot going on. We got Mets, Yankees.
Kitos is here as well.
Could close it out. We've got Shakira. All that. So what's your agenda for Friday? Well, it's probably
We'll not, we'll put him here, but
But it might be. Sure? No, I'm not sure. You're a young guy on a Friday night. You must have, you don't have a date or something.
all right, Kitos, come here.
Nothing better to do than watch.
But the other day, Daddy doesn't let you come to Spain. Yes.
The big Knicks game, you'll have to dig deep. The lowest price ones are going for $644. Those top tickets, they sell for more than $28,000. 66 degrees, it is cloudy, the humidity 83%, the winds are calm. Still the dense fog advisory.
Wanna go to Spain, Linda?
West of the city
Hmm?
for another 2 hours through 11 this morning. Otherwise, a mostly cloudy, muggy day. Could see a shower, a thunderstorm, and a high of 72. Diddy's ex grilled again at his sex trafficking trial.
The defense sought to portray Cassie Ventura as a jealous woman frustrated that after many years, she was never part of Sean's family and only his side girl. Ventura even acknowledged describing herself as
Hello, Tama.
jealous, especially after learning that Combs
Thanks for joining, Tama. Hope you're doing well.
woman named Gina, although he said she wasn't in the picture anymore. Diddy's lawyers also noted text messages where he was solicitous of Ventura asking
Hello,
if he was okay
Fly
with
True.
breakups and when.
Thank you for the hearts,
1010 wins on 92.3
for the crosses. Appreciate you stopping by.
Reporters on Air Force One today
Happy Friday, everyone.
sent a proposal to Iran for a new deal on their nuclear program. This
Av-
as the president heads home from
Average goalkeeper. I take it the AVG means average. Can I steal him? Nope. And it's a girl. It's Linda. This Coke DK. Hello to you. And Cool Cat. Thank you. Leah Dell. You could talk.
peace talks between Russia and Ukraine in 3 years are taking place as we speak in Turkey. And right out of the gate, it's not going well. With a senior
Happy Friday, everyone.
accusing Russia of making unacceptable demands. The negotiations come as Vladimir Putin declined an offer from Volodymyr Zelensky to meet face-to-face. Well, today, President Trump repeated that he thinks it would take a face-to-face between himself and Putin to strike a deal.
President Trump says he wants to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin as soon as the two sides can set it up.
I think it's time for us to just do it.
Look at Kitos. Kitos is up here.
That meeting could take place.
He's on my weather radio up there. Look.
Russia are meeting today in Turkey for peace talks. President Zelensky and Putin are not attending.
Hmm.
Secretary of State Mark
Kitos,
is leading the U.S. delegation.
what are you doing up there? He's just chilling up there.
For any breakthroughs, saying that will only happen after the
Yep,
president
just
meets with Putin.
decided to come on and do a quick stream today.
The president in Abu Dhabi.
A little bit.
Making headlines with his Broadway hit.
And what matters for life and five, honestly.
You want the bird?
Now, George Clooney is bringing good night and good luck to CNN.
Sorry, that's my bird too. But
The show will stream on the news network on June 7th. It'll also stream on CNN.com with discussions about the show.
yeah, thank you,
journalism in general,
this Coke.
before and after. Clooney says it will likely be available to stream later, but where he does not yet
Have
know.
a.
Meantime, hundreds of local
Oh, thank you.
volunteers
Thank you
have
for
joined the
subbing.
show
Appreciate it.
remotely.
Yeah, that's that bird is a type of parakeet, but it is a budgie. They're called budgies. So, thank you.
The show posted that on Instagram. The final performance of Good Night and Good Luck is June 8th. After that, Clooney says he is looking to take it on the road to both London and Paris. A big name in music on both Broadway and television has died.
Three-time Tony Award winner Charles Strauss composed music for hits including Bye Bye Birdie and Annie. And for the small screen, he wrote the music for His family says through a publicity agency that Charles Strauss, who had a career that spanned more than 50 years, has died at his home in New York City. He was 96. But if the music speaks for the man, Strauss would likely say,
Gray skies are gonna clear up, but on a happy day. That's correspondent Jennifer Kuiper. Now this message, ride the thrill only at Empire City Casino. Still ahead. You think you're top dog. Yeah, big appearance today by the dog mayor of New York City. We'll tell you what that's all about. Plus, we'll get traffic and weather. Yeah.
Now, a commercial message. I'm Larry Mullins. Personal injury should equal personal attention. That's what you get at Spector and Associates Serious Injury Law Firm. They understand accidents and represent people who have been seriously injured. Spector and Associates is based in New York and will help. Injured? Call them first. 800-318-8888. Spector and Associates has recovered hundreds of millions of dollars for their clients. Have you been involved in any kind of accident? Visit their website, crashinjury.com, or call 800-318-8888. The attorneys at Spector and Associates are fierce in getting you the money you deserve. Call them first, 800-318-8888. That's 800-318-8888. Or visit their website, crashinjury.com. Spector and Associates, your serious injury lawyer.
lunch was great. Greenwich Village is
You had 10 cats once? Really?
Are you alright? I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and blood.
Were they all house cats? Indoor?
Oily stool. Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't
Linda, my Linda.
pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's
Meow.
creoninfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor.
Meow. Meow, Linda. Meow.
9/11, what a morning, huh?
Oh, you were fostering them. Nice.
Susan Browning.
And with that NJ Transit strike, you can use
That's a lot of cats.
or buses to get around out of
A lot of work.
running on routes near train stations. 1010 Winds has you covered with all you need. And going
Oh, hello, Tina.
508 still down near 280.
Happy Friday to you, Tina. Hope you're doing well.
It's a mess trying to get around that. And you can also take 280 to the Turnpike, East Pulaski Skyway, or Truck Route 19.
It was chaos.
Into,
Yeah.
Jersey City. And eastbound,
Yeah, I changed the profile pic. Yeah.
They're blocking a lane of traffic in North
Although,
Oregon. And here's
I was playing around with it.
bridges and tunnels.
I did it a while ago, but
Inbound George, both levels. Lincoln 30 Ditto for the
Hello, Chicopee Radio.
from Pulaski, a little bit better from Newark.
Hello, I'm at camp now,
Outbound George, 45 minutes upper level.
says
Lower
Chicopee.
level running a little bit faster for cars and buses. And in Queens eastbound belt close to the Van Wyck, you've got a crash causing delays there. This report sponsored by Windorama. Don't miss Windorama's Home Team Savings event. Get 25% off your installed windows and doors. Choose top brands like Anderson. Book your free consultation today.
Chicopee says it was opening day yesterday.
646-455-5099. Our next report at 9:21. Susan Browning, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
So are you living there now at camp, or?
A rat tour.
Because I know I do remember you saying that you go to summer camp.
Forecast, and I want to go. It has its bad moments.
Oh, okay. So average goalkeeper says we have to get rid of our cats that we had before because we moved. Their name was Professor and Clyde.
But be on the lookout for an early afternoon thunderstorm. There's a lot of them right now moving through the Finger Lakes region, heading into the Poconos from the west and northwest. And those will die.
That's good, Chicopee. Hope you're having have fun there.
Quite a bit as they come out of the mountains, but we could still see a thunderstorm or two during the early afternoon hours and into early tonight. In between just enough sun to get to 72 in the city, maybe mid to upper 70s in some interior suburbs. Overnight tonight, mostly cloudy with some fog returning and a low of 65. The clouds and fog yield us some sun tomorrow, a warm, humid day. But again, with the front approaching,
Yeah, Linda's just chilling. We're starting this morning off to a, well, relaxing start here with Linda and Kitsos.
Overcast and 66 in Central Park. We're on our way to a high of 72. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM.
First in New York City, where City Council Majority Leader Amanda Farias will cut the ribbon.
Chicopee says, right now I am chatting with you while I have WBRK Star 101.7 on.
The project goes beyond building just a new park. It's really been about investing in public housing communities with the same care and dignity that we do across New York City.
The money came from a $3.2 million initiative funded by the Helmsley Charitable Trust that aims at creating more open spaces at NYCHA sites in both the Bronx and Brooklyn.
It's really been about finding the ways to create the safe spaces for all
And
families.
Kitsos is still there.
That
There.
are inclusive of our pets to play, relax, connect, and find safe spaces to do so.
Up
And
there.
he will be at today's big ribbon cutting, none other than Simon, the honorary dog mayor of New York City.
All right,
This morning at City Hall,
Tama,
for Penny's
thanks for
Lawn,
stopping by.
member
Have a great weekend to you as well.
1010 Winds. This is named for the Chihuahua who was nearly mauled to death by two pit bulls on the Upper West Side. Video showed the owners of the dogs appearing to do nothing to help. The law would hold
At home, I would be getting
accountable when their pets go far
WIOM LP on 101.7, says Chicopee.
And the fact that it is not a crime for someone to let their dog kill or injure their family member is a glaring injustice that he's fixing now.
Well, the same dogs in the attack on Penny are believed to have killed another dog earlier this year in Central Park. Today's rally starts at 10 a.m. We'll talk about using up one of your 9 lives. A Huntington woman had pulled her car up to her home following a drive from Melville when she heard screams coming from the engine. Turns out a roughly 5-week-old kitten had taken that 5-mile ride. She and several neighbors, including John
Wow.
Backer of Long Island Cat Kitten Solution, tried to get the kitty out, but they couldn't. Well, they called the mechanic, and voila.
Ready? Very slowly. Yeah. There he is.
Thank goodness a 5-week-old kitten was stuck in a
Oh, yeah, it
in
would've been a
in
wreck.
the engine.
From video posted to Facebook, one of the neighbors is now fostering
Good
the
thing
kitten who has been
a
named
mechanic was able to get that kitten out.
Okay, this next story
Poor thing.
definitely qualifies for this.
It's Fun Story Friday.
Well, we see them in the subway all the time, but now there's a new walking tour featuring garbage and rats. In fact, that's what it's called, organized by Suzanne Reisman, who is a graduate of the city's Rat Academy. On this $40 tour,
We need disguises, Tasso, says Tina.
dating back to the days of Dutch New Amsterdam in the
Uh,
1600s.
Average goalkeeper, Professor and Clyde always
You can book the tour at
fought it okay because we all like them.
IATOR.
Neighbors help neighbors. That's why PSEG
help our
Linda?
customers in need. From energy bill discounts to free home energy audits, we'll help you find a path to the support you need. Like ways to reduce costs and make your home more
Mwah.
energy efficient over the long term. You may even qualify to receive free Energy Star appliances. Learn more about our programs and other community resources at
She's like, what are you doing, you human? Why are you kissing me?
PNG.com/financial assistance.
No one plans on heart problems, but everyone should have a plan for them. At RWJ Barnabas
No,
Health,
Linda.
we help patients
Ah.
with all lifestyles and medical histories
She's
plan
biting.
healthy hearts. With the latest technology and a highly specialized team of nurses,
Well,
cardiologists,
you know what we're going to do?
our
We're
network
going to play with the string a little bit. I haven't done that in
care in New Jersey.
some days.
Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. Visit rwjph.org/heart.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell.
Oh, she already sees it.
Cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, or if I look like an attorney, I apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free information kit. 800-714-9090. 800-714-9090. 800-714-9090. Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes. Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the things that just will never come out. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and get delivered. One wash it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh is the dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Spice odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Kick off summer with Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Right now,
Copyright, says Tina. I hope not, but
bags are $10. Plus,
it's a commercial.
10% off select major appliances and save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances.
Oh, she got it. She grabbed it from me.
Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/28. Mall shopper excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
The NJT train strike is on. Now what? Lock it into 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM for live coverage around the clock.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. 67 degrees. It is 9:20 on this Friday, May 16th. I'm Susan Richard. Here's what's happening. No new talk scheduled until Sunday in the New Jersey transit strike, and we are now hearing from the union this morning. We'll tell you what they're saying. Lots of folks were catching buses this morning. We'll see how that went. A legal blow to the MTA and their strategy to fight the Trump effort to end congestion pricing.
Hello, Mad Radio DXer.
Gabbard now calling for former FBI
No, Linda. Look, she's going after me now.
to be arrested.
Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by.
Between the next game of the Subway Series, quite the dilemma tonight for New York sports fans. 10-10 Wins AccuWeather. There's still some fog around. Otherwise, today, mostly cloudy. Chance for a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon, and a high of 72. With Newtime 921, traffic and transit on the ones with Susan Browning. You need options because of that New Jersey transit strike. You got them. Amtrak Pass, ferries, or buses, or driving, and they're adding a bus service running on routes near train stations. We got you covered with
Tasso, you're playing, but you got a serious injury there. Where?
on Route 508, still down near
If you're talking about this injury, yeah, that I burned myself the other,
Route 7 is an option. You can also take 280
like 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago.
or truck Route 19 to get
So I got a,
City. On the eastbound side of
I had it
495
bandaged, but now I'm okay.
North Bergen, a crash taking down
Hang on,
the
give me 1
White
second,
Lane.
guys.
Know about the bridges and tunnels. 20 minutes inbound George, both levels. Lincoln same. Inbound
Shah, specializing in minimally invasive and non-surgical.
Hello, hello, Mika. Oh, Linda. Linda just meowed.
Offers pain-relieving solutions. There are thousands of five-star reviews who trust Sam.
Hello, Mika. Thanks for stopping by.
Visit samwellpain.com.
All right, 9:22.
Yeah, I had
New Jersey transit workers walked off the job and onto the picket line. We'll be hearing from
a pan,
Governor Murphy
and
10 a.m. 10 Wins will
it
carry
didn't
out.
have that
We heard from Jim Lewis, the national vice president of
that
the
like
locomotive engineers
protective thing. I don't know. I grabbed it too.
Now there is no meeting
I grabbed it too fast, and I couldn't actually. On my thumb, it wasn't as bad, but my index finger got the worst of it. But that's okay. It hurt for like first few hours a lot, but didn't hurt as much as getting bit by Linda, right? Ow! Whoa! Did you see that? Oh, that's my cue to stop.
The last thing I want is to call an Uber because it's pretty pricey, but I think I'm gonna have to probably wait like 40 or 50 minutes. I gotta catch the bus to Newark Penn Station.
But riders, here's the latest. New Jersey Transit says
There's
they'll add
Kitsos.
bus services, but limited. Those buses will mirror some train lines, and this all won't go into effect.
Oh, thank you, Mika.
Monday. So plan
It goes up and down. I think I had 201.
10 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Then it goes down. I uploaded a video on my main channel. Actually, a special video today. For Mother's Day, my nephew came over, who's also my godson, with my brother, and he brushed Linda. So we made a couple of videos together, and I posted one of them today. And of course, it's okay with his mother and his father for him to be on the channel, so I got their okay. They, you know, and he did a remarkable job. So check it out if you want to see that video. It's on my main channel. Oh, you saw it? All right, thank you, Alfredo. Alfredo says Tina made severe thunderstorms on Idaho. This is a serious injury, Tasso. Why did you say something? Okay, Tina. I say no more. No. Gotta be careful because she can play with this, but I do not want her eating this. She ate a small piece once, a couple of live streams ago. I couldn't get it in time.
Sheriff's Department has now opened a criminal investigation into the rape and sex assault allegations being made against Smokey Robinson.
Last week, 4 women who say they were housekeepers for Smokey Robinson filed a lawsuit alleging he raped and sexually assaulted them over a 20-year period. Their attorney saying
These women were all low-wage earners, living from paycheck to paycheck.
now a police report has been filed, and the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department confirms it is launching a criminal investigation into Smokey Robinson, who is 85 years old. His representative says Robinson welcomes the investigation because he did nothing wrong. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins with Courtney Donahoe.
Susan, a deal that unites two of the biggest cable companies in the country. Charter Communications is buying Cox Communications. The deal is valued at close to $35 billion. Connecticut-based Charter is the top cable company in the country and operates under the Spectrum brand. Cox is the largest private broadband company in the U.S. Cable companies have been facing increasing competition from wireless providers such as AT&T and T-Mobile, which have their own internet offerings. And we all know how streaming has upended pay TV. We are counting down to the opening bell, and it's been a much better week for traders after a rough April. Stocks are looking to end the week on an up note. This morning, S&P futures are rising 9 points. Dow futures gaining 58. NASDAQ futures rising 48. Stocks are now trading like last month's wild moves never happened. Yesterday, the Dow rose 272 points. The S&P 500 gained 24 points to wrap up the session. Bloomberg Money Watch is 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Courtney Donahoe for 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Oceanfront views, calming atmosphere, lots of amenities, lush grounds.
Planning our next vacation?
So, looking
Thank you, Mad Radio DXer. And Alfredo, thank you.
Anything good?
Two, actually. They're both part of MJHS. Menorah is in Brooklyn, and Isabella is in Upper Manhattan.
Both have great rehab, right?
Of course. And both offer long-term care, too, if we ever need it. Plus, they're not-for-profit, so I know we can trust them.
That's perfect.
They
Look at
even
Kitsos,
offer
look.
single rooms for rehab patients.
Look at him,
So which one
just sitting on top of my
Isabella and Menorah both offer
watches. Look.
care, so either one would be great.
Let's go with the one that's closer. So it's easier to visit. And thanks for doing this.
Of course. Now, where are we vacationing? MJHS Isabella and MJHS Menorah Centers for Rehab and Nursing Care, leading the way to great care. Learn more at mjhscenters.org.
They're committed to providing you with the best customer service experience possible, so you get a fast and reliable connection that makes more things possible. Backed by a 100% U.S.-based workforce, available whenever you need them.
Yeah, Time Bird, right?
Now this message, immigration concerns, call Barry Law, 646-894-5900. 67 degrees, we've got the clouds now, the humidity is 81%, the winds are basically calm. Today, a mostly cloudy, muggy day, could see a shower or a thunderstorm, and a high of 72 degrees. Good morning, I'm Susan Richard. Winds News Time, 9:30. There's the opening bell on Wall Street. S&P futures are up 0.2%, and right now the Dow Industrial is gaining just 23 points, easing trade tensions between the U.S. and China supporting stocks this week. Lock it into 1010 Wins for Bloomberg Money Watch reports at 56 and 26 past every hour. I'm Courtney Donahoe for 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
And a very good Friday morning. I'm Scott Stanford. We made it to the end of this work week, didn't we? And I'll tell you what, I know a couple of months ago when someone said, hey, let's grab some Mets Yankee tickets for the Subway Series.
Yeah, we got the Subway Series tonight.
Sounded like a fun Friday night, right? You didn't
I'm gonna
know.
watch that.
You didn't know when your wife said, hey, let's go see Shakira at MetLife.
Mets and Yankees
Thought it was gonna be fun.
playing at
You
Yankee
didn't
Stadium.
know. You weren't even thinking about a Game 6 Knicks Celtics tonight at the Garden, were you?
And the Knicks are playing tonight, too.
Or one of the biggest Knicks games in years. Well, for Michael, the choice is clear. You're a young guy on a Friday night. You must have, you don't have a date or something else better to do?
Nah, nothing better to do than watch the Knicks. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I mean, in your lifetime, really, right? I mean, the last time the Knicks won anything was barely in anybody's lifetime. So.
Yeah, what was it, 25 years since they've been
Yep.
to conference finals?
Baseball and basketball.
Something I've never experienced in my life.
And so you're going to put on the Mets and Yankees at all or not?
Maybe during, like, if I'm really, really bored.
And hockey. Is there hockey tonight? I know there was hockey yesterday. Okay, now we're going to get a copyright, Tina.
Watch the Knicks game from MetLife Stadium. Glenn Schuck,
Shakira.
92.3 FM. Wins News Time 9.
That probably wasn't enough to get dinged, but a few more seconds, they get it right away. They say, nope, copyright.
Ferries, buses, past Amtrak, driving, you could do that too. 1010 1010 Wins is your source for the latest information, so keep it locked in. In New Jersey, if you're headed to the Lincoln, accident eastbound 495 at Kennedy Boulevard. Route 508 still down near 280 in Harrison with a crash. You can use Route 7, take 280 to the Turnpike, Pulaski, or truck Route 19 to get into Jersey City. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and the tunnels. Not bad at all. Inbound George, 20 minutes, both levels. Lincoln 20, inbound Holland about 30 from the Pulaski. The support sponsored by Long Island MacArthur Airport. Long Island MacArthur Airport is here with 3 exciting new nonstop destinations and a new carrier. Say hello to Avello Airlines with flights to Wilmington, North Carolina, Charlotte Concord, and Orlando Lakeland. Only from MacArthur Airport. Plan your Avello getaway at flymacarthur.com. And if you're in a jam, call the Barnes Firm Traffic Tip Line at 844-JAM-1010. That's 844-JAM-1010. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes. Breaking traffic alerts when they happen. I'm Susan Browning. 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Average goalkeeper says, I won my Fortnite match. Congrats.
You didn't know it was a Joe Lundberg Freestyle Friday?
Tina says, do you need Lucina or do you need Kyogre to cause a storm? I would say let Lucina make the storms because Kyogre is the hero, I think.
They're rumbling through portions of the Susquehanna Valley into the Poconos of Pennsylvania right now, and that's going to reach us here probably just after lunchtime. They'll be weakening, but still could be some quick downpours, maybe a couple of gusty winds.
Mika says, quiz. What NHL teams are from New York State? Well, I know this, Mika, but maybe we should let other people who aren't from New York answer this, if they know.
Sunday will be breezy, cooler, less humid. It's the pick of the weekend. Why? Looks dry with some sunshine at a high of 73. More sun than clouds Monday, breezy, dry, the high 72. Right now, cloudy and 67 at Central Park, humidity 81%.
Alfredo says I should know this since I'm following and read about every team.
Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Hey, it's Scott Shannon. Check out my True Oldies channel in the car at 92.
Oh, Alfredo, have you ever heard of the, I mean, unless before I start saying the teams, but do the Rangers ring a bell, Alfredo? The New York Rangers?
On my beach walk. Well, the shells were set up and the number is 8647. 86 is often used to refer to something being removed, getting rid of, trashed, sometimes even killed. Donald Trump is the...
We have the Rangers, for one.
National Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard was on Fox News.
Then we have another team. Does anybody know that other team?
Very concerned for the president's life. We've already seen assassination attempts. I'm very concerned for his life. And James Comey, in my view, should be held accountable and put behind bars for this.
Comey deleted the photo and followed up with another post insisting he did not mean to suggest anything.
Mad Radio DXer says he's looking forward to some soccer this weekend.
Think about the Comedy Fest, Fanatics Fest.
Hello, British B. Cheers, my friend. Thanks for stopping by.
That's right. New York's iconic bird gets the spotlight.
Happy Friday.
14th, which of course coincides with
Alfredo says Anaheim Ducks from California. Yes, football. Okay, well, that's how you say football. And we say soccer here, but it is true. Football is what it's... Our football here in the United States is, you know, different sport altogether, which not really a fan of, but...
Shouldn't it be called pigeon? Or even, I don't know, bird? Oh boy, the 8th Tom Cruise Mission Impossible is ready to hit the theaters, and he says this one isn't called The Final Reckoning.
So the other hockey team is, we have the Rangers, and then we have, Mika, the New York Islanders.
Precision is part of my profession. 5 years ago, when I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, I chose Cyberknife.
Cyanide only hit tissue that was
Hello,
by the cancer.
Caspi.
Treatment was 5 days. Virtually no side effects.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday, Caspi.
Appointment. Call NYU Langone's Perlmutter Cancer Center at 833-1-CYBER. That's 833-ONECYBR. When's news time 9:37? Now this message, my friends. You hear us talk about the Barish and McGarry.
Yes, there's one more team, Mika. You're right. Although it's not, it doesn't begin with New York.
For 9/11 victims, because they've been able to enroll thousands
Technically,
of people
well.
into the World Trade Center Health Program, which means free health care for life. Because Michael Barish is a 9/11 cancer survivor, and no one's lobbied harder or cares more about the 9/11 community. Today, more people have died from 9/11 related diseases from breathing in the poisonous toxins than actually died on that awful day. 300,000 office workers, 50,000 students and teachers, 25,000 downtown residents were in that area in the 8 months after 9/11. Only around 10% have enrolled. You need to get in touch with Barish and McGarry at 911awards.com. You don't have to be sick to qualify. You're going to protect you and your family. God forbid you get sick in the future. Just do it now. Trust me. 911awards.com. 911awards with an S.com. Barish and McGarry. They are the lawyers of the 9/11 community. Well, Mission Impossible fans, this is it. This is the last one. Tom Cruise out promoting Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. It's the 8th film in the franchise, and it is, Mr. Cruise says, the very last.
I don't call it final for nothing. I've been working on it nonstop. We just finished it a couple weeks ago, and there's so many things like I'm working on this.
Yeah, Linda the Spring Cat.
For this, my cast, my crew.
Linda just wants to chill out now.
Mr. Cruise started his Mission Impossible back in 1996. Final Reckoning hits the theaters on May 23rd.
Entertainment on 1010 Wins is sponsored by Shulman and Hill, New York's injury lawyers.
Go to hurtny.com.
That's hurtny.com.
An illegal alien from Guatemala charged with raping a child in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I'm at Radio DX. I mean,
From El Salvador.
soccer or football. I mean,
Texas man. A Venezuelan.
depends where you are in the world.
Child
Here,
pornography in Michigan. These are just some of the heinous
you know,
migrant
you ask, like, you have the MLS, right? Major League Soccer. So they say soccer here. But
the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Under President Trump, attempted illegal border crossings are at the lowest levels ever recorded, and over 100,000 illegal aliens have been arrested. If you
so, Mika, I don't know the third team. Are you talking about, I'm going to say the team, the New Jersey Devils?
today imprisoned and deported, you will never return. But if you register using our CBP home
It's technically, yeah, it's New Jersey. But
to return legally.
Knicks? No, that's basketball, Alfredo.
Under President Trump, America's laws, border, and families will be protected.
Sponsored by the United States Department of Homeland Security. My friends, the NJT train strike.
Buffalo, really?
So now what?
Oh, okay.
Gonna lock it in the
I didn't know that. There you go. So,
3FM for live coverage.
because we do have a team, the New Jersey Devils, too.
Watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins. At
Buffalo
92
Sabres.
You give us 22 minutes. We'll give
Turn the volume down. Why, Tina?
Good morning. We're at 64 degrees, hazy, cloudy skies at 9:40 on this Friday, May 16th. I'm Scott Stanford. Here's what's happening. Oh, the strike is on. That means the trains are out of service since midnight. NJT, the Engineers Union, could not.
Oh, I'm loud?
do deals,
Oh,
so
okay.
the union is now
I'm near the phone, I guess.
Lines started to build up at around 4 a.m.
Maybe you can turn your volume down, Tina.
We've got team coverage.
'Cause I don't know. I mean, I'm on my phone here, so I don't know what I can
Still
do.
have to get to work. Well, rounding out the commute this morning. Gonna have to get to work.
Mad Radio DXer says,
Worked out.
I envy Linda
From Cassie and Diddy's
for being so chill when she wants. I have
own explicit
got to get some pointers from her when I get hyper. Yeah, right?
she's back on the stand today.
But you know what,
Inductions this week.
Mad Radio DXer,
One guy from Queens goes in as he's definitely
cats, they get
boxing up
what we call, well, what's known as the zoomies, right?
stadiums rock
So they get sometimes, even Linda,
six at the Garden. Yankees
wild. So,
even got
but maybe us humans, we have the zoomies more. Because I know what you're saying. I would love to be
day, high around 72 degrees. Let's get you back out to the roads and rails.
as chill as Linda sometimes.
How we looking on those rails?
Or maybe more often, I should say.
Buses or ferries to get around that NJ Transit strike. They've added buses bus service or running on routes near train stations. Hey, you could also drive if you want because, wow, look at that George. It looks pretty darn good. It's been faring well this morning. 20 minutes inbound, both levels of the George. Lincoln, pretty much the same. Inbound Holland, a little bit more. 25 with the Pulaski and 20 from the Newark Bay Extension. Going outbound the George, still kind of heavy. 40 minutes for the upper level. The lower level is running just a touch quicker. I would do that if I were you. If you're a car or bus, that is. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big Tree. That's been the least of our problems today. Just a little bit of road work on the eastbound LIE near the Clearview. So you get that right lane down. And the eastbound belt close to the Van Wyck crash being worked on there. Looks like a stalled car westbound BQE on the approach to the Long Island Expressway, right past Queens Boulevard, taking down that right lane and moving to Westchester County, northbound Bronx River Parkway, right around River Road in Scarsdale. Stalled car blocking the right lane. That's a tough spot on that Bronx River Parkway. And our next report's coming up at 9:51. Susan Browning, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
All right, well, it is all about the money, right? How much New Jersey Transit has to pay, how much the engineers and trainmen need to make. The two sides worked hard at it into the night, but ultimately couldn't come up with a deal that made both sides happy. So now the union went on strike just after midnight. They hit those picket lines at 4 a.m., and the NJT train's sitting still for the time being.
A block away from Newark Penn Station, about a dozen members of the union walking the picket line, and their national vice president, Jim Lewis, also is here.
I was at the 1983 strike when I first there. I got 49 years on the railroad, and we've seen a prolonged strike. How there's no winners on this. You know, the winner is for us to get to the table and get an agreement.
So when are they getting to the bargaining table again?
Right now, there is no meeting set up until the NMB, National Mediation Board, is looking to try to get us all together here this coming Sunday.
Lewis tells me in those final hours last night they thought they had a deal, but they claim that New Jersey Transit just walked out. Glenn Schuck, 1010 wins, 92.3 FM in Newark.
When the strike went into effect, riders like John got stuck at Newark Penn Station.
Being that they're not working anymore, I have to take the on path.
This morning, Linda had to change her routine.
I would normally be getting on the train, and then I'd get into the office by 7:15.
And most riders here are winging it, just like her.
I have to take this now to Journal Square, transfer to another train, and then it's going to get me at, I guess, I don't know where.
Now, the train tows nearly 350,000 riders every day, and when they'll be up again is a big question mark. For now, the agency says you should work from home if you can. If not, additional bus services will be available to you starting Monday. Amanda Alexander, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM at Secaucus Junction.
And union leaders say there are no talks scheduled until Sunday, though they're willing to meet sooner if the governor would like to. And Governor Murphy and New Jersey Transit head Chris Kaluri will be holding a press conference at 10 a.m. We're going to carry that live coming up in like 15 minutes for you right here on 1010 Wins. Another wild day of testimony in Diddy's sex trafficking trial. His ex-girlfriend, R&B singer Cassie, back on the stand for a third day. Yesterday now, it was time for defense attorneys to get their questions in.
Diddy's lawyers attempted to show Cassie Ventura's accountability in the 10-year relationship.
Yeah, I know, Mika. I see. I'm watching her. She's ready to eat it, but I'm going to grab it if she does. This is a long string. It's not. That other time it was a shorter piece, and she just devoured it. I couldn't get her in time. I'm watching you.
Ventura acknowledged that she was very jealous of Diddy's ongoing relationship with a woman named Gina. She says that was a sore point throughout their relationship. Julia Papa, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
And Cassie's not done yet. Her testimony continues today. Another stabbing in the city. Police on the hunt for a guy who attacked a 38-year-old man down in Soho yesterday. NYPD says the victim was stabbed in the neck.
I said long stream?
Right outside the Prince Street subway
Shit.
station.
Excuse me. Long string. I thought I said. That's what I meant.
Stable condition in Bellevue. The suspect is still
Long stream.
President Trump wrapping up his visit to the
Well, let's see. This one is already almost 45 minutes.
Emirates. That's a country where the White House says the U.S. has more than 200.
Oh, I said right? Okay. Thank.
The Trump administration touting several successes during his trip.
The announcement of an artificial intelligence facility being built in the UAE that will be the largest one outside of the United States. Along with that, the president announced over $200 billion worth of commercial deals with the UAE, which include...
We got to give Kitso some camera time here.
UAE airlines buy
Let me get Kitsos.
planes that have GE engines, so aircraft that are made entirely in the United States.
That's correspondent Zach Hudak. Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State
Ah,
Marco
Kitsos.
Rubio are headed to St. Peter's Square this weekend for the inaugural Mass of Pope Leo XIV. Mr. Rubio's brushing aside any concerns about the first American-born Pope's political views.
I don't view the papacy as a political office. I view it as a spiritual one.
Last time Vice President Vance was at the Vatican, he met Pope Francis the day before the pontiff's death. Well, today's going to be a first when it comes to NYCHA. They're going to cut the ribbon on the first ever dog park at a NYCHA property. It's happening at the NYCHA Capital campus in the Bronx.
Let's take a look at Kitsos.
Majority leader, Amanda Farias, will host the grand opening, which really is a milestone for public housing communities citywide.
It's really been about finding the ways to create the safe spaces for all families.
Hi, Kitsos.
That are inclusive of our pets to play, relax, connect, and find safe spaces to do so.
Ms. Farias says she hopes this will lead to more investment into the NYCHA complexes. Today's event at the NYCHA Castle Houses will have some fun stuff going on, including a visit from the New York City dog mayor, Mayor Simon. There's a group called Friends of Firefighters. What they do is provide mental health services for firefighters who need counseling, and they do it for free. The organization, though, is in desperate need of funding. The group is hosting their annual chili cook-off today to raise awareness and money. Nancy Carbone is the executive director.
The demand for our services is at an all-time high. So since 2018, we've seen a 307% increase. So we provided over 4,500 counseling sessions last year. Now we're seeing the children of first responders, and they're struggling with anxiety, suicidal ideation.
The group is launching a new campaign called Meet the Need, and they're hoping to build
Let's see if we can get them both in the frame here.
goes down at the historic Red Hook Firehouse.
Let's see. Yeah, get them both in the frame.
Firefighters make some good chili. If you can donate, please do. It is certainly going to a fantastic cause.
I'm Jenna Fisher. And I'm Angela Kinsey. And together we have the podcast Office Ladies. Just because we finished rewatching The Office does not mean we're going anywhere. Every Wednesday we'll be sharing
We have Linda.
more exclusive stories from The Office.
And we have Kitsos.
Plus, you can revisit all the Office Ladies rewatch episodes every Monday with new bonus tidbits before every episode. So follow and listen to Office Ladies on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Sleepy Linda, eh? Linda? Sleepy.
Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They have millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak high. Find all the parts you need at prices you love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusive.
The lunch was great. Greenwich Village is a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800
Hello, Gigi.
or visit creoninfo.com to learn more.
Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Wins News Time, 9:51. Traffic and transit on the ones, back out to the roads, and the lack of rails. Here's Susan Brown.
And with that NJ Transit strike, you could take your private helicopter to come into the city. Oh, you don't have one of those? Oh, then use PATH, Amtrak buses, or ferries, or drive-in. You can do that as well. Keep it locked into 1010 Wins for all the information that you need. In Jersey, northbound Turnpike Eastern Spur near 15X in Secaucus, a crash taking a lane. Use the Western Spur instead. If you're heading to the Lincoln, accidents eastbound Route 495 at Kennedy Boulevard. And here's what you need to know about the bridges and the tunnels. Look at that outbound George, 45 minutes.
Nope, no class today.
Not seeing any reason, just a whole lot of folks trying to get the heck out of town.
I do have work to do after this stream, but
Still for the
a little later on. There's always something to do, Gigi, but decided to do a stream today on this channel. And Kitsos is back there as well. You see Kitsos. Let me just point on the camera. Kitsos is, see him? He's right up there. So, say hello to Kitsos too. Linda. Hi, Linda. Yes.
Hours or so, Scott, to get to that point where you can say, wow, what a nice day. And that'll be Sunday, but it's not going to be today. We've got clouds now. They'll start to thin as we head toward lunchtime, but there's some thunderstorms that are rumbling across the Susquehanna Valley into the Poconos, and they're going to arrive southeastward into the city. They'll be weakening as they come along, but there could be some quick downpours early this afternoon, maybe some gusty winds, and then things will quiet down. Clouds will break for a little sun. We'll get to 72, maybe mid-70s inland suburbs. One more shower or thunderstorm threat late this afternoon or early tonight. Then just clouds and fog late tonight with a low in the mid-60s. Tomorrow the clouds and fog break for some sun, but watch out for a thunderstorm or two. With any thunderstorm later in the day producing some gusty winds. Our high tomorrow approaches 80. Then after that, here comes some cool but drier air for Sunday. With some sunshine and a gusty breeze, we'll get to 73.
80. Tomorrow it's going to be 80. Nice weather. Alfredo says, you going class today, Gigi? I don't think Gigi goes to class, Alfredo. She's probably maybe at work now. Or maybe not. Either way, we're happy that you stopped by to say hello. And everybody, whoever stopped by, thanks for being here. Mika says, it's warm also here today. Yeah. No working but lurking. I love Linda, says Gigi. Oh, thank you, Gigi. You hear that, Linda? Gigi sends love.
Maybe during, like, if I'm really bored, yeah, it's May. It's way too early. You know, there's still like 100 games left. I can't sit down and watch it.
Tonight's the biggest Knicks game at the Garden in the last 25 years. You do not want to go back to Boston for Game 7.
Gigi says, it's like seeing my Tarja again. Tarja. Am I saying that correctly now? I'm trying to say it with a... because I don't think it's Tarja. Somebody would say Tarja. It's Tarja. Tarja. Yes. I'm sure.
13.1. Gonna weave its way from Prospect Park all the way to the Coney Island Boardwalk. You have yourself a nice little Nathan's hot dog at the end.
Oh, Tarja? Tarja? Taria. Oh, it's Taria. Okay. You love the way I'm saying it? Tarja. Tarja. Also, your cat was named like from Finnish language. We have a chatter in here that's from Finland, actually. Mika is Finnish, so.
Nothing surprises a New Yorker like the new monthly scratch-off games from the New York Lottery. Play the Ultimate Chance scratch-off game today.
Actually, I do remember you mentioning something about a Finnish singer or band or something like that. Gigi, if I remember, so that's probably where. Now I think I remember that. Paso, our new friend almost said a character. Tarja, Tharia. See, Tina put the TH.
The 49ers deal still needs to clear an NFL owners meeting. One of the most influential companies in the crypto industry has been hacked. Crypto exchange Coinbase revealed
Turunen. Okay, yes, Taria Turunen from Nightwish. Am I saying that correctly? I don't know, but that's cool.
Slight moves for stocks this Friday, but it still looks like we're going to finish the week higher. The S&P 500 right now, it's gaining 9 points, and the Nasdaq up 43. The Dow only rising 17. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Courtney Donahoe for
Mika says my nickname is Cat.
why there is so much cancer on Long Island. Did you know that the DuPont Chemical Corporation and 3M recently agreed to a $13.5 billion settlement for contaminating public drinking water with cancer-causing forever chemicals? Long Island's drinking water has some of the highest concentrations of these cancer-causing forever chemicals. If you live on Long Island and have been diagnosed with kidney cancer, testicular cancer, liver cancer, or ulcerative colitis, you may have a claim. Call the lawyers at Krensel Guzman Herbert. The KG Law Team is on your side. You can trust KG Law Team to diligently work toward restoring you and your
Linda's trying to relax, but she hears Kitsos moving around a little bit. And she's like, I'm watching you.
2900. That's 212-227-2900. Or visit their website at kglawteam.com. That's kglawteam.com.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move.
4 birds, down to 4, Gigi, because gave a few away because they gave birth. But Kitsos here is the baby, hence why I'm able to take him out and he won't you know, bite me and stuff.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
AccuWeather says mostly cloudy, humid today. Maybe a shower, thunderstorm around the afternoon. This evening possible, high 72. More people get their news from 1010 Winds and from any other radio station in the nation. Phil Pilato's our service aide. Walter Geist, our senior writer. Justin Schrager working the editor's desk. I'm Scott Stanford.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM, New York. Overcast, 65 degrees at 10 o'clock Friday, May 16th. Good morning, I'm a show. Kamal Eggers, what's happening? New Jersey Transit train engineers are on strike. Governor Murphy and Transit CEO Chris Kaluri will hold a press conference, and you'll hear it live when it happens, right here on 1010 Winds. New York City's teachers union is doing away with a rule attached to its mayoral endorsement. A robbery suspect back in NYPD custody after having been mistakenly released. Nearly 3 years after stabbing Salman Rushdie and leaving him blind in one eye, the author's attacker is being sentenced today. If you own an expensive car and want to see it in a new Kevin Hart film, we'll tell you how. Game 6 for the Knicks. Their next chance to put the Celtics down is at the Garden tonight. And Juan Soto will be on the field at Yankee Stadium for the first time as a Mets. Subway Series Game 1 is tonight in the Bronx. AccuWeather says a dense fog advisory.
Yeah, Yankees. Let's go Yankees.
And mostly cloudy, humid, a shower or thunderstorm around this afternoon or evening. The high 72, low clouds tonight with areas of fog down to 65.
And Knicks are playing as well tonight.
Are you struggling on the westbound Cross Bronx outbound?
Alfredo says Gigi prefers mariachis. What? Oh my goodness, mariachis.
The bridge then it loosens up on that eastbound Cross Bronx. Lincoln looks great. Inbound 10 minutes. Inbound Van Hollen, about 25 from Pulaski, a better ride for the Newark
You-
Bay extension.
She says, yes, but I would prefer the sounds of birds. Yeah, I love birds. Even pigeons. Pigeons are so smart. You know?
Normally, I'd start a press conference like this one by saying good morning, but for families and commuters here in Monmouth County and frankly all across New Jersey, this morning is anything but a good morning. Their days are off to an unnecessarily difficult start. We're now roughly 10 hours into New Jersey's first rail strike in decades. And I want to make sure we get one thing straight up front. It did not have to come to this. Here with me this morning, as he was last night, is the outstanding president and CEO of NJ Transit, Chris Calori. He and his team, many of whom are here with us this morning, along with our entire administration, again, many of them represented this morning.
11 people watching, 11 likes. Thank you so much for watching. Smash that like button or double tap your screen. And appreciate everybody for stopping by. Mad Radio DXer says, pigeons were used during the war to send messages. Shows how smart they really are. Exactly. Exactly. Very smart. I don't know why people hate them so much or criticize, like, oh, all right, I mean, I guess because they poop and stuff. So what? It can be annoying. I get bird poop on my car, but just clean it off. I mean, what can you do? That's the least of it. Tharja bug, says Tina. Goes to Love Shore too, says Alfredo. Oh yeah, Linda loves pigeons. Well, Linda would love them. She would probably hunt. Because when she's outside, she sees birdies or even looking outside the window. But she, those hunting instincts definitely show. Now, in terms of Kitsos, I think Linda knows better. Because she knows that Kitsos is part of the... Of course, I wouldn't let her. Although there's been some close calls outside where she's pounced at birds. I've seen her and she's almost came close to grabbing. But she knows better with Kitsos, I think. But I still supervise, of course. Alfredo says, I love pigeons. People so ignorant when they say that things. Exactly. Yep. Linda is a tiger on our catio.
We're talking just under 400 engineers in a total workforce of about 12,000. It is frankly a mess of their own making, and it is a slap in the face of every commuter and worker who relies on NJ Transit. But we're not here this morning to point fingers.
Alfredo says, and I'm going to read this before I'm going to end the stream now. Here in Spain, there's a municipality in Granada, I think, in which on a street, people passing by are being attacked by some birds that are in breeding season. Okay. Definitely breeding season. There's a bird. I have to take more pictures and check. There's a bird. My neighbor has. The bird is a mourning dove. And the mourning dove created a nest in a very unusual spot. In like a, he has one of those bike things that you put on a bike where you put your stuff inside when you're riding. He had that hanged up, and the bird went in there and made a nest. So it's very interesting. Definitely breeding season. But listen, thank you everybody for being here. Appreciate you all. I wish you a great rest of your Friday. Gigi, thank you. Alfredo says these birds are called long-tailed wagtails. Okay. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.